Hello, my YouTube family. How are you guys doing? So today I'm going to continue my October readings, and this one is for Gemini. So any Gemini, stand up. Let's get this started. Now I already pre-shuffled the cards. Now again, these are love readings. So the first card is going to be you. The second card is going to be your partner. And the last card, the third card is going to be the outcome or the dynamics of the relationship. Now, if you've been keeping up with my readings, you guys know I like to pull an oracle card first. I just want to thank God for bringing in this energy. Thank you, God, for the messages that's going to come through. And I pray for clear knowing of how to interpret the card and the energies that come to me, dear God. Thank you for the clear feelings. Okay, we're going to get started. I already pre-shuffled these cards. I just want to give them another little shuffle while I was online. Gemini, I feel like you're very focused this month. Let's see. Okay, so this says, manage to be glad. Create your own happiness regardless of conditions. And the other one says, true love. This love is once in a lifetime love. This love is once in a lifetime. Wait a minute. This love is a once in a lifetime love. You guys see that? This looks so... That card looked like it came straight out of a Disney movie. You see that? Oh my gosh. I don't know too many people kiss like that unless y'all at the altar or something. But this says once in a lifetime love, and manage to be glad about things. Create your own happiness. Me being a Gemini and all, it was very difficult to create that at first because I don't know. It's just the way Geminis feel. It's just like, you know. Okay, let me read the cards. Maybe that'll help me explain it a little better. So here we go. This is you, Gemini. Oh, wow. Okay, so for some reason, for some of you, you're not really accepting any love offers. Like maybe they feel shady to you, or maybe you're already booed up. Well, this is you. I don't know what's going on, but you're not accepting any offers, not even from your lover, I feel like. Not even from the person that you're dating. So do you feel like there's a hidden agenda or something? That's what I'm feeling. This is your partner, and he feels that you're not accepting it. He feels that, you know, he feels like he's kind of unwanted, honestly. Like, that's what I'm feeling. He feels unwanted. He feels like there could be more there than that's showing up. But I just feel like you guys need to have patience in this because, again, I have the true love card. Excuse me. And it's kind of like, you know, when it says manage your glad, it's just like, not find the happiness there, but like create. Because this card says create your own happiness. So you can do that in your relationship as well, Gemini. I don't know if people told you that. And I know that it's kind of difficult sometimes when you're dating someone that don't necessarily know what makes them happy, like in a relationship, I guess you could say. Because we have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, which shows that, you know, kind of shows me that you guys don't really know. You guys don't really know what's really there. You see how it's coming out of the clouds. I feel like you guys are still in the clouds with it. You get what I'm saying? Like, okay, let's clarify some cards here. Why is the Four of Cups here? Okay, yeah, so you guys are feeling like your relationship is very prosperous or growing too much here. And you know what? Oh, no, I didn't post that video I did last week. Because last week the video was kind of the same thing. Almost like you wasn't seeing the blessings in your relationship here. Well, it's not that you're not seeing them, because I feel like you're almost seeing them, but then it's just like you're letting the things that upset you like getting away. I think that you probably need to go within. Like, I don't know if there's an outside source that you're like listening to here, or somebody who not necessarily is in a relationship. Like, I kind of feel like you're talking to people who's not in a relationship, who doesn't even know the first about a relationship. And like, that's kind of like what you're going off of and what you're leaning off of. For some of you Geminis, I do want to remind you guys, this is a reading for Gemini, but I read for so many people, you know, that come and watch the video. So this is just for some of you guys. Like, I feel like outside sources is like coming in and kind of like sabotaging how you see your relationship in this moment. And, you know, don't listen to your bad aunt that been in abusive relationship after abusive relationship and gonna try to tell you about your man. That's not who you would want to seek good advice from, because she hasn't been with anybody. As you can tell, and from the stories that she's telling you, or he's telling you, they haven't been with anybody that they, you know, can say was a success. So you don't want to kind of get information from people who don't know, you get what I'm saying, who haven't experienced what you're experiencing right now. Because yeah, it is different, because I got the true love card. So this is a soulmate and or twin flame. And what you want to do is go at it with your own fresh eyes. And then him, what is going on with him? Like, this is him, he's coming after you. Like, I don't know if something was you know, I just feel like I need to say everybody's not perfect. Number one, y'all ever heard of the 80-20 rule, the 20-80 rule, whatever? A guy's gonna have 80% of what you need. This guy feels like he has 80% of what you need. Oh, wow. You got him stressed out, honey. Why is he stressed out? Y'all ain't going out on no dates or something? Like, what is going on? Are y'all going out? He is, like, stressing over you. He is, like, stressing. He feel like y'all ain't going out enough. Y'all not celebrating your relationship enough. Or he don't see you happy enough, possibly, Gemini. But for him, he's like stressing, like, oh my God, you know, I feel like he probably bought you some stuff, and or maybe took you out, and you're just like so unimpressed, Gemini. And I feel like maybe this isn't the typical type of guy that you would go for, and maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's like, I don't know, I never seen a guy like do all this, or, you know, or a dozen guys took me out, you know, maybe this is just the same old, you know, and I kind of feel like you're coming along the conclusion that all guys kind of, not all guys act the same. I'm not going to say all, because I've met some pretty unique fellas, okay, but you know, you kind of feeling like, dang, is this all there is to a relationship? And maybe other people is kind of making it like difficult for you. Like, that's what I feel like. I feel like you're sitting there like, dang, only if they would let me take the wheel, I can create a beautiful relationship. But these jokers, like, yeah, that's exactly what it is. You're feeling like they don't know their self. They don't know. But that's not true. That's very untrue. You know, because everybody has some type of perception of what they believe, you know, their self to be, or the world to be, or people around them. Like, everybody has their opinion on that. And I feel like that's what you guys probably need to start tapping into, and having like real conversations. Wow. So this is probably, it may be a water sign. I don't know. But it may possibly be a water sign. But also, this is in the dynamics of your relationship. So here, you know, being those upright, it means that it's going to move forward, you know. You know, it's just something about this guy. It's something about him or something about this girl that you're just going to move forward with, and trust your instincts. Because I feel like this is a past right here. Like, I feel like in the past you were like left out in the cold by a lot of people that you had dated. I feel like you think that this may happen again, being as though, you know, everything that I'm feeling right here. See, I don't know if he's doing this right now. No, well, he's not doing it intentionally, if that is how it's feeling, okay? He's not doing it intentionally, okay? So that's like a conversation that you guys need to have. And that's maybe what he's stressing out about. He's probably like, what do you mean we don't go out enough, you know? What do you mean we'll celebrate enough? Because, you know, for him, I feel like he is balanced in a way. For some of you, you're dating a very balanced guy, a very focused guy. Let me say that, because I felt that in the beginning of the reading. That he's a very focused and driven guy. Like, and that's a good type of guy to want to be with, though, because Gemini, you can have like loopy thoughts sometimes and sporadic feelings, and you can go, I want to do this and change it, and go, I want to do this and change it, and go, I want to do this. So he's kind of like going to help you ground that and really focus on what you want to focus on, because he's focused on one thing, honey, or maybe two. You. Like, maybe he has high anxiety. Does he have high anxiety and he freaks out a lot about certain things? Do you trigger him in some way, Gemini? Because you can do that. You are a picker sometimes. So, yeah, this is definitely reverse for, you know, and this almost feels like there's still a lot of growth and maturity to happen here in y'all relationship. You get what I'm saying? Some of you may not want the relationship. It may be too difficult, or, you know, you may be feeling his stress, or you may not, you know, you may want to be alone. You get what I'm saying? At this point in time in your life, like, some of you are just going through the most as far as emotionally wise, because I don't even feel like you're telling anybody any of these things. And if you are, the people that you're telling aren't giving you like sound advice. They're going, oh yeah, maybe you should, like, maybe you shouldn't be with anybody right now. And they're just going along with what you say just to make you happy. Okay, if that's the case here. Yeah, so what you want to do is, yeah, that's phone conversations, texts, emails, Instagram. Don't lean on that type of information. Like, really, you know, put this up right. Go meditate, go talk to God, go figure out, you know, what exactly do you want in your relationship, because it's a very confusing time for Geminis. But I don't know, the cards are saying this is a true love, so I'm feeling like this is growth here, moving growth, like consistent growth, continuous growth, to really get your relationship in the right matter. Now, I don't see, but he's feeling like really, yeah, I don't know why you guys is like, perception of your relationship is just like, all the cards are like reversed just about, all but one, two. So I don't, you know, and it kind of feels like he leaning off of how you feel. Like, is he a clone or something? I don't know. Some guys don't, you know, some guys go off of how the women feel based on, you know, how the relationship's going to go. Like, oh, she feel like this. So maybe you are telling him how you feel, and then he's going, oh, she feels like this and this and this, so this is how I feel too. Like, you know, I can't, he feels as though he cannot change your mind, which is untrue, because he really could. But for him, he feels like he really cannot change your mind. You came and you told him this is how you felt, so he's kind of stressing and going, oh my, like, you know, I don't know if you told him about your past business, you know, your past lives, past relationships, and how they weren't very prosperous. You know, you didn't get a chance to grow with anybody in your past relationships, and they didn't go well, and you see relationships as not being independent here, or some type of way is going to take your independence, which is not true. You know, and this is all you, Gemini, that I'm feeling this from. You know, that somehow being in a relationship is going to cause you to look weak or something, or, you know, not being able to take care of you and your stuff and your business, your bills, your this, your that, kind of makes you look weak in a way. And that's not true, because this guy's like stressing over your relationship and how you feel about it. Like, I feel like he almost wants to celebrate it and go, oh my gosh, yeah. But, you know, he's a pretty private guy too, so I don't feel like he like want to scream from the roof or anything. But I kind of feel like he's leaning off of how you feel here, and it's kind of like merging onto him some type of way. And it's making him feel very unstable as well. But ultimately, I know, personally, myself, I feel like, you know, even if somebody, you know, he's not a I'm a prove it to you type of guy, pretty much. That's what I'm getting. He's not a I'm a prove to you that this ain't what it is, and then we gonna move forward. But some type of way, y'all still gonna move forward here, okay? How is Gemini? How is this relationship gonna move forward, dear God? How is this relationship gonna move forward, dear God? Please enlighten us on that one. How is this relationship gonna move forward, dear God? Oh, yeah. Okay. So pretty much your perception is going to be broke down of what's going on here. And you're going to change your mind about this guy. Yeah, you're gonna stop crying over the spilled milk, and you're gonna move on. You're not gonna let those past now if you do this, I mean, I'm not saying that this is what you're gonna do, or you have to do this, but nah, if you do this and if you do move on from it and really transform your perception that all guys aren't the same. Like, I get you've been meeting a bunch of buttholes and carrying on, or egotistic, guys, or highly anxious and anxiety filled men who just don't know how to control their emotions sometimes. Like, that's for some of you. I'm not saying all of you. But these are for the ones that's going through that high anxiety right now from their guy. I see he has that same type of feel. But at the same time, it's like it's a true love match. That's what I'm getting. Like, it's a lifetime love if you guys grow it and actually move forward and really start talking to each other about what y'all want from a relationship. And because his views of relationship may just sound different from yours, but mean the same thing. That's what I find in a lot of people. But here I see you moving past that, and you're going, you know what, I'm not even going to pay attention to how things may have fell out in the past between me and this person, or, I'm going to take it for what it is. And because I feel like when Gemini don't know what to do, you got to just go neutral and go, F it, I'm not doing nothing. I'm staying right here. And you don't move on it. And that's where I feel like you're at. I feel like you're not moving on it, but I also feel like you're not, paying attention to how you truly feel either. Not truly feel, but your intuition, like what your intuition and what your guidance is telling you, because there's definitely something about this guy, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, it's a true love connection, and it says create your own happiness, but this is where you are right now. You're not. So I think you need to listen to this card. Even you're in the formation too, because you do have these over here. They're showing that you're letting go of that past trauma and you're moving forward. Yeah, it's going to be pretty difficult, to change your mindset about a guy, but well, I don't know. Geminis are very forgiving, so maybe not. Some are. I'm not even going to say that, because we do have like our vengeful side and that rage that comes out. But yeah, for him, I feel like, let's see. Yeah, he's like, no, I feel like he's not emotionally stable yet as well. Like, you guys are kind of matching each other here, honestly. You guys are kind of mirroring each other, and I think that's what it is about him, because you do see yourself in him so much, and you do see, I feel like if you don't see it already, you will see where you guys where you guys match at, not match at, what y'all have in comparison to each other, not compatible wise, but like, oh my god, he do that just like me, or I didn't know you like I didn't know you like, I'm gonna just say romance novels, or I didn't know you like to read privately. Like, it's a lot of things that he don't do in front of you that he does kind of in private. But Gemini, you can't force anybody to be personal with you or open up to you. You just kind of gotta be patient, because I know you see where this relationship could go, but at the same time, you can't force it to be that right now. Like, you have to let it unfold the way it's supposed to naturally, because he feels like he's a very natural going person. I don't know if you've seen this King of Wands. He has a lot of grass. I mean, not grass, but like stuff growing around him, and dreams and everything around him, and he's just sitting on top of his castle right there, on top of his shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wants it all laid out, I don't even want to say perfectly, but just the way he's planning it, it looks like it's going to be perfect. So, I mean, a relationship where you grow is not a bad relationship at all, okay? A relationship where it is moving growth is not a relationship at all. But you will have times when it's not so great. And I think that's what mostly you're focusing on, is the times when it's not so great. And that's kind of what sticks with everybody. It kind of sticks like a scar sometimes when you have a relationship that didn't go so well, and then it hurts your feelings, or hurts you emotionally, spiritually, even physically, because there's a lot of women who get physically abused and don't say anything, okay? For some of you, that may be you. But women deal with a lot sometimes from guys who they necessarily know they need to leave and don't. And he's like, I don't know if this is him. I believe some of you are probably in that situation. That's why I came up. And maybe you do need to move on, you know what I'm saying, from this relationship or from this perception or this point of view that you have, and really get over this guy if he's really that toxic and really not feeling good to you. You know what I'm saying? Not feeling good to you, but if he's really like disrespectful or calling you out your name or fussing and fighting like every day or every other day or twice a week. I tell my husband, like, listen, bruh, one bad day out of 7 is good for me. If we have a disagreement 1 day out of 7, all right, I don't care. And I don't mean like a full-blown, we about to fight, or a full-blown, like, screaming at the top of our lungs type of argument. I mean like a disagreement. Like, he wants red velvet cake. We only get one piece of cake now because we're sharing. But he want real velvet and I want chocolate. Like that type of disagreement. Because we ain't got time for all that. I like things to move smoothly and consistently. Okay? I ain't got time to be getting hung up over what kind of cake we getting. Or what type of dinner. Or you eating red meat again. Mind your business. Yes, I'm going to get a steak. You get what I'm saying? Like, I just don't like the debate. And, you know, because I feel like it takes up so much of our life just sitting there, you know, trying to tell the other person what's healthier, what's not, what's good and what's not, well, you know, what you should be thinking and what you shouldn't be thinking. Like, and I feel like that's where you are, Gemini. I feel like you're at the point where as though you're like, oh, you know what? Ain't nobody got time for all this. If he want to think the way he think, fine. If he want to feel the way he feel, fine. But you came out and you told him something that really has him stressed out and feeling like the relationship may make it or may not make it at this point in time. But remember, it's subject to change. Like, maybe it's something else that you would need to... I like to offer solutions, by the way. So maybe it's something that you just need to sit down and, like, I don't know. I kind of feel like you've been talking a lot, though. Isn't that something? But Geminis move so fast. Our minds just go, 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 go. And then we're on to the next thing. So with him, I feel like, you know, for some of you, it's going to be, I'm moving on to the next thing. You know, like we went through growth here. You know, our relationship is feeling kind of stagnant or, you know, held up. But the thing is just like, maybe, just maybe, you need to be asking yourself, what else? Maybe you need to be the one that's going inside and meditating and going and asking yourself questions and going, okay, what do I need from this? You get what I'm saying? Well, what am I supposed to learn from this event or whatever you're hung up on that has to do with him? And you need to ask him this too, because I feel like he knows. I feel like he's very intuitive as well. And he does listen to his hunches and his gut feelings. So I feel like you should definitely ask him, like, what is, you know, how do you feel like we're supposed to grow from this? Because I keep thinking about this and, you know, whatever, you know, you keep thinking about whatever's going on in your mind, the conflict that's going on in your mind. You just let him know and ask him, like, what do you think that, you know, how do you think I'm supposed to grow from this right here? Or how do you think that how do you believe that, you know, growth is going to come about in this relationship? Or what is our, you know, what is our lesson here pretty much? Like, what's our lesson right here in this moment? Because I feel this way from the event that happened, and I want to know, you know, how to get past it, because I see you moving past it. And, you know, taking his, sorry guys, my phone. Taking his advice won't be a bad thing. You'll just see where his head's at if it's in solution finding. Like, pay attention to everything at this moment, you know, because you might see that he's actually very solution oriented when it comes to your relationship. And that's probably why he's stressed out that you feel the way you feel. So if you already told him how you felt, go back and go, you know, how do you suggest that I move past this? And if he comes up and go, I don't know, well, ask him, you know, because guys will do that real quick when they don't want to talk. I'm not going to lie, my man doesn't. I don't know about y'all. My man do that. I don't know. And I got to come at him a different kind of way. He's a piece of work, okay? But so am I, so no bashing. But, yeah, you may want to, you know, either go in and pray and just be like, how do I get through this? And really trust in your intuition, and then go ask him once you figure it out. Be like, okay, I think I'm going to move about it this way. Or I think, you know, when we argue next time, I probably won't say, you know, anything harsh or, you know, anything offensive. And I'll just really listen to what he's frustrated about. That can go a long way, and that can move y'all past this challenge or past this test that y'all going through right now. Because great relationships are built off of the things that you guys not go through, but the things you guys really learn about each other, you know, the things that y'all get to know each other about, you know, like, oh, okay, he doesn't like peace. He really doesn't. Like, you need to listen and not just take it as, oh, he ain't serious. He always play. Nah, you know, he do be serious. I know it's confusing when they do that, but he's serious. So I'm going to pull one last card, and this is for advice, and I'm going to pull the card from, what is this? Whispers of Love. So we're going to pull an advice card on what Gemini should do now, because I gave you my advice, you know, with the cards and the message here, but let's confirm it with an oracle card. What's the Gemini do now? Any advice that you have for Gemini? Any advice that you have for Gemini? Thank you. Any advice that you have for Gemini? Okay. And this says, honesty is essential. To be a loving person, it is important that we speak truthfully and in a loving manner. Awesome. That's kind of like, yeah, what was said is kind of like clarified what I was just saying about going in and telling them how you feel and really letting them know that, you know, I feel this way. Like, you know, I can't pinpoint it because so many people, but obviously you're in your feelings about something. So let's try to move past it, because I see a lot of growth, and I see you actually letting this go, Gemini, by going out and being very honest and truthful about it, not in a hurtful manner like the card said, but in a very loving and genuine manner to actually get to the bottom of this and get that growth popping. Because sometimes when I'm emotional, I don't know. I'm not even gonna lie. When I'm highly emotional, I do not. The first thing I think about is not meditation. I'm not even gonna lie. It's not, wait, let me center myself. It's not that. I feel that emotion and I accept that emotion. And then sometimes my husband will come and he'll be like, oh, don't worry, babe, we'll get past this. You know, I was upset, you was upset. It's not as big as we're making it. Because it's just a moment. Like, you cannot base your life off an emotional moment. Trust me, it's like the worst thing possible to do. So don't worry, like, things will work out, things will grow there. This is a true love bond. I mean, you guys obviously love each other a lot. So don't give up. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people give up on their marriages. That's why divorce rates are high now. Don't be the person that give up. You know, don't be the one that goes, you know what, F it, I can start all over. Why would you want to when you have a great guy? You know he's great on the inside. You know he does things that, you know, you haven't even seen a guy do before for some of you guys. Or he can be a complete asshole and you just go, you know what, F it. It might be too much for you to deal with his attitude or your attitude, or the way you express yourself with him may be very, you know, toxic and very disrespectful. So, I mean, it's ways to change that around, even if you still want to be with him. It really is. I know people say it's not. Those that have been talking to their aunties and, you know, cousins and stuff. Oh, I've been in a relationship like that. Oh, no. You know, you got those ones. And I'm not saying that they're wrong, because that was their outcome, but that don't have to be yours. You can create literally your own happiness here in your relationship as well, and make it whatever you want it to be. Make your happy whatever you want it to be. Don't listen to other people when it comes to your happiness, because then you'll start comparing your happiness to their happiness, and that's not what we're doing here. We create our own what makes you happy. So really pay attention to yourself and ask yourself, you know, does going out to dinner make me happy, or does watching doing movie night make me happy, or whatever it is. Like, really ask yourself and feel your way through this, you know. Thank you so much, Gemini. Now, like, share, and subscribe to this video. Let's get it out there, and don't forget to hit that bell so that you get the notifications for my next reading. And thank you so much. I love you guys. Bye.